There is a third point which is mentioned just over here. So these objects that wander, their wandering is not over the entire sky. That wandering is restricted to the narrow band on the sky called the zodiac. Okay, so the wandering of these planets of the star and the moon is restricted to to very narrow band, and which is called the zodiac. And the sun goes around in a very definite orbit in the zodiac, that is very definite path on the sky, and it is called the ecliptic. And the zodiac is a region around the ecliptic, so you will find the planets only in this region mainly. Okay, only in this region, whereas the stars are distributed all over the sky, so you will not find planets very far away from the ecliptic. So let me explain this now a little bit more. But before going into that, there are these constellations that in the zodiac. So there are 12 constellations that lie in the zodiac, and these 12 constellations play a very important role in another subject called astrology. Okay, so the astrology is based on these 12 zodiacs, and these again are constellations. They have been shown over here. These are these again are constellations, the zodiac, the signs of the zodiac, and these are all different constellations, just like the 88 constellations that we have discussed. They are part of that, but these are the constellations that lie along the zodiac. So the stars, the planets, and the moon and the sun, the planets, moon, and the sun, the moon, only among these constellations. They never go into other constellations. Okay, astrology is based on the position of the sun, the moon, the planets at the time of the birth, etc. Okay, so that is why astrologers are interested in the zodiac. So these are the 12 constellations that lie along the zodiac, and these are zodiac symbols. Okay, so let us now understand these whole things to try to get some pictures of what is going on the earth. We know revolves around the sun, so it goes around the sun in orbit like this, with the sun of the centers, and the earth we also know rotates around the axis. Now the rotation axis of the earth, which I just told you points at the present towards the polaris, is not uh, perpendicular to the plane of the orbit, but it makes an angle of the angle being 235 degree. So the rotation axis of the earth makes on the angle of the 235 degrees shown over here with the respect to the normal to this orbit. So orbit of the earth, so the rotation axis makes an angle of 235 degree with respect to the normal to the plane of the orbit, and this plane of the orbit is called ecliptic plane. Okay,